Okay. Hi, this is Ice333. Currently, it is May the 12th, 2025. Okay, I said that on May the 10th, if nothing happened, I was going to quit astrology. Well, I mean, stuff did happen, but not up to my expectations. So let's see here. Let me go back a few days. So on June the 3rd, I said that Hillary Clinton, she was going to have a progressed aspect of her sun, making an aspect to her, I think, natal Saturn or her progressed Saturn. And so what happened on that day was that I think there was an article that was released that said that the FBI, they found files um in regards to the Crossfire Hurricane investigation. And see, when I think when they went to court or whatever, I think the documents for the Crossfire Hurricane files, they were subpoenaed. And when during the case, I think they said that they expected a stack of files, a stack of documents to be like this high, and what they got was a stack that was this high, and it was like they was wondering what happened to those files. And so apparently, what came out on June the 3rd was that the FBI, they found inside of the systems. I think the system is called Sentinel. They found out that if you requested documents for an investigation, some documents were hidden, and they were hidden, and they were blocked by a prohibited access feature of Sentinel that no one knew about. So when documents were subpoenaed to go to court to be I guess the word's not debated, but to be discussed in regards to the fairness of the Crossfire Hurricane investigation, they were missing a lot of files, and so I guess they found the files that day. And so that may could have been what could have been the reason why Hillary Clinton, she had that progressed aspect in her chart. All I know is that her life changed from March until June. So that's just that. And so it's like after that day, um, I think I made a video on June the 6th, I think. And it's like the LA riots, they started breaking out right after that progression hit. And I'm wondering if that has something to do with that event or whatever. So let me pause right here. Okay. I do need to add that Hillary Clinton's life is not going to ever be the same after this progression. After June the 3rd, whatever happened, we didn't see it, but I know that her life will never be the same. When progressed Saturn conjoins your natal Saturn, and then you have all these other. I've actually experienced the progressed Saturn conjoining my natal Saturn, and I think that was when no, it hit my IC. When progressed Saturn conjoined my natal Saturn, which it did happen. I don't even want to talk about that. That's not yeah, because it did change my life, but that's not your business. Anyway, but my point, when progress retrograde Saturn conjoins your natal Saturn, your whole life changes. And then when you have all these other aspects hitting at the same time, whatever. All I know is that on what this is already hit. Whatever it was probably behind the scenes, we didn't see it. And I do know that the transiting planets are all the transiting planets are changing signs this year. And I think that she is one of the biggest is focused on her. I've never seen anyone's chart like this. ever. So, let me pause. Okay. And an update on my predictions for, I believe, June the 8th, the 10th, and the 11th for Obama, Donald Trump, and Hunter Biden. Um, on the 8th of June, 2025. I mean, I believe if you were watching the news, you would have saw that the LA riots they went out of control around June the 8th. And on the same day, June the 8th, Donald Trump, I believe he sent the troops, the Marines or the National Guard to Los Angeles to quell the riots because they were graffitiing everything. There was lighting cars on fires and stuff like that. So try to tell you, but I'm still thinking that I think that progression that hit inside of Hillary Clinton's chart, I think that the Democrats know that something is going on behind the scenes. And so they're setting things up so that when the charges or when whatever comes out in regards to the FBI investigating the Crossfire Hurricane investigation or whatever and what happened with that, I believe they are setting things up so that they can have some leg to stand on because yeah, this does look like a civil conflict looking at the astrology. And all the planets have not changed signs yet. I think on June the 9th, transiting Jupiter in the sky, it changed signs. And I said in an earlier video, I expected riots. The riots I expected were in my opinion, were going to be in regards to Hillary Clinton. But I didn't think it was going to play out like that. So anyway, if you think about it, and I mean this is a conspiracy theory or whatever, but if you think about it, the only way that you can combat the FBI locking up Hillary Clinton is to create absolute chaos before she's locked up. And not only that, you have, I think Governor Gavin Newsom. He's saying, "Come lock me up." That's one major Democrat right there. And then you have Maxine Waters. She's going to a building, I think a federal building. She's saying, I need to be let in or whatever because there's some man inside this building and I need to talk to him to see if he's okay. And it's like, in my opinion, or allegedly, she's trying to get locked up too. But that's just from my point of view. I can't speak to what's actually going on in her head. And then there's another representative. I forgot their name, but they said that they came to the United States. Their parents came to the United States illegally, and and she ended up in power. But either way, she said that she's and at the end of the day, I had to reread the article. I had to go back and make sure that that's what was said. But she did say that her parents came here illegally, but they are somehow U.S. citizens or whatever. So it caused a mess with that commentary about that. And I mean, if she would have got locked up, that would have been chaos. So I'm just sitting here. I'm like, do you see all this stuff? And now I'm up here trying to do the video, trying to re-edit my videos and add my videos. Well, piece it together. And I'm up here watching news at the same time, and it just comes out that a man named, I believe, Alex Padilla. There was a press briefing with Christy Norm, and it's like the man he kind of charged the stage or whatever, or he got real close to the stage, and they just dragged him out of there. They pushed him out, and then it's like it's turned into a major spectacle, and he ended up getting handcuffed. And I'm just simply like, it's like all these people are trying to set the narrative, set the tone, so that when Hillary Clinton does get locked up, they can scream, Trump is a dictator. He's trying to be a king or whatever. I think there's a no kings riot or whatever thing coming up on, I believe, the 14th, which is the same day as Trump's birthday, which is also Flag Day, and he planned to have like a major event that day. But anyway, like it seems like they're trying to set a very specific narrative that Trump is locking up his political opponents. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Another thing, but I would say this: I'm looking at Clinton's chart, Obama's chart, Biden's chart, Hunter Biden's chart. It's marked by Saturn. I told you before. You remember when on January 20th that day was marked by Saturn when Biden signed those pardons. These events that are happening inside these days are marked by Saturn. They're not going to play out in these Democrats' favor. Kamala Harris, she will get lucky. I keep saying that. She has a Jupiter progression going on or whatever. But the rest of them, it's not going to play out in their favor. It's marked by Saturn. So, yeah. And Trump is like I said, he had a progression to his nodes. It's a karmic event. It's not good or bad. It may be stressful for him, but it's a karmic event. Something's going to happen that's karmic. But it's meant to happen. But his opponents, which I would think would be Biden, Obama, Hillary Clinton, they have Saturn progressions going on, or they have bad astrology going on right now. It's not going to play out well for them. And I'm just watching the Democrats on the steps of I believe the White House or whatever, and they're just saying we must protest and something democracy. This man who charged Kristi Noem or whatever, or got too close, he got booted out. He's just trying to protest. I'm like, but whatever. It's not going to work out inside of their favor. Looking at the astrology, I'm not taking nobody's side, but I mean, the Democrats looking crazy right now. Like, but whatever. It's like they want a civil conflict or something. I don't know. Look. Anyway, this is crazy. That's what it looks like. Another thing is that I'm not wrong. There's one more date, and you can see it in my post that I made to Hillary Clinton. I said, additionally, on July the 30th, July the 30th, she would have the same astrology that happened in her chart during the Monica Lewinsky scandal. So that's July the 30th. That's the only date I can imagine where she could end up getting locked up. That'll probably be after Donald Trump quells the riots in regards to the ICE riots or whatever in Los Angeles and what's breaking out across the United States. And I mean, he's gonna have to get that done before he locks her up, because there's gonna be chaos of course after he locks her up, because I mean, come on. But yeah. Okay, this is an edit. So this is still June the 12th, 2024, 2025. Anyway, I've been saying that pretty much Hillary Clinton, her life has changed in regards because of the astrology, and I think that she's gonna get jailed or restricted in a major way very soon. The thing about FBI investigations is that there's not a time limit on how long an FBI investigation can last, unlike a presidential election where there's a set date. But I'm still saying that The only other date that I see where something major could happen to Hillary Clinton is going to be on July the 30th, 2025. Okay, I got to edit this in. Okay, also on July the 22nd, 2025, people need to be careful. People need to be careful on this day because this is when transiting Mars will conjoin K2 in the sky. And just like the astrologer Joni Patrice, she said that terrorist attacks tend to happen when transit Mars conjoins K2. Those are two huge malefics, and they could cause a very bad event. And I do know that on July 30th, Hillary Clinton, she has that progressed aspect to her Mars as well. Mars. Well, her progressed Mars is going to be retrograde. So we will see. It could be her inside of a major scandal because this is the same progression that she had all the way back during the Monica Lewinsky scandal. So that's all I'm saying. It's the exact same astrology. The only difference is that her progressed Mars is retrograde instead of moving forward. Retrograde is moving like backwards. But anyway, back to the what I was saying next. Again, on July 30th, that will be the same progression that happened, the exact same one. The only difference is that her progressed Mars will be retrograde. It's the same exact progression that hit during the Monica Lewinsky scandal. I think in 1998, January 26th. So this is a warning. This is for anybody who, if you're Republican or Democrat, I don't care. I'm independent because I know stuff's about to go down. If you want to come after me, come after me. But I'm like, I'm just telling you, I'm just giving you astrology. I'm giving you a warning. That's why I try to give her the warning all the way back, I think on May the 12th or whatever. And on May the 12th, I did post my prediction. I said she needs to be careful on March the 10th, uh, May the 2nd, May the 31st, and June the 3rd. And I said additionally on July the 30th, 2025. And I'll post my screenshot that I made, that I posted in the video that I made, I think on May the 12th or May the 13th, I forgot. I've done so much stuff. Anyway, but I will give you, I didn't edit my tweet nor videos. I said additionally on this day, because I mean I saw it and I was like, this is too big to miss. So I'll post a screenshot here. And so we will see what happens next. All I know is that all heck is like, it's already breaking loose. If you look at the LA riots, I think it's in a response to some deep state figures seeing that, oh, they actually got something on us. Let's get ready for it so that when they do come after these select people or whatever, that we can retaliate in this way to make them pay for it. That's my opinion. What happens is what happens. I'm just showing you the astrology. I've been trying to warn people for since February, and I got my Instagram account got deleted before I can even make a post trying to warn people. But who knows that? Who knows? Anyway, whatever. This is my edit. Whatever.